Well, hello there everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Christy, and it is time to cook. Well, I should say it is time to bake today because I am baking cookies. I love a good snickerdoodle cookie, and I love pumpkin. So a pumpkin snickerdoodle, that's a no-brainer. It's a win-win. These are so delicious. They are perfect this time of year, perfect for fall. I have all my ingredients out here on my counter. I want to go over those with you and show you just how to make them. You will need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then you will use 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You'll need 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, 1 stick of unsalted butter that has been softened, 1/4 cup of pumpkin puree, not the pumpkin pie mix, the pumpkin puree, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then we're going to roll our cookies in cinnamon. Typically, a snickerdoodle is rolled in cinnamon and sugar, but I like to use cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. And that's 1/2 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. All right, so I'm going to be using my KitchenAid mixer today. If you don't have one, just use a large bowl with an electric mixer. The first thing I'm going to do is cream my butter and sugars together. But I wanted to tell you guys, because I've had a lot of comments here recently about my recipes, I always put the recipes in the description box below. So don't feel like as I'm going over these ingredients, you've got to jot them down real quick. Those recipes are in the description box below. Sometimes they're also on my website, and you can find the link to that in the description box below as well. All right, so I am going to cream the butter and sugars together. All right, next I'm going to add my egg. And then I'm going to add my vanilla extract and my pumpkin puree. To my flour, I'm just going to add all the other ingredients. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt there. And I'm just going to take a fork and just kind of whisk this all together. And then I'm just going to add my flour to my wet mix. And give it a stir. All right, now I'm going to cover my bowl with some plastic wrap and place in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. All right, so I just took my cookie dough out of the refrigerator. I'm going to mix my pumpkin pie spice and sugar together. And I'm going to take my cookie scoop, just drop the dough into the sugar, roll it around so it's nice and coated in that pumpkin pie spice and sugar. I just like a little extra pumpkin pie flavor. All right, then I'm just going to place my dough onto my cookie sheet that I have lined with parchment paper. I'll kind of press them down gently. So now I'm going to bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. All right, guys, These pumpkin snickerdoodles are so good. They're so soft, light, and fluffy. They're a cake cookie, and they're packed with pumpkin pie flavor. Eat these with a pumpkin latte. Yeah. I love how the sugar, because you roll that cookie in that sugar, it kind of gives a little bit of a crust on the outside, but it's just so light and fluffy on the inside. They're just delicious. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day. God bless, and I will see you soon with more delicious recipes.